Good morning, internets. It is Friday morning. We are starting with a temperature of 47 degrees here in very weird Las Vegas, Nevada. And for some reason, my range went down pretty considerably. I lost about 3 miles of range on the battery for today at 34 miles on the battery electric only range on the 2012 Chevy Volt Premium. I hope everybody's having a really great day today. And what I want to talk about today is Tesla. I know, shocker, shocker, shocker. But somebody, a customer who has a Tesla Model 3, decided to take it to the drag races somewhere in San Francisco, which is pretty funny to me. And there's footage of it racing against a Pontiac G8, which is no slouch of a car. The G8s are really cool because they had the V8 in them, and they came from the factory with up to 415 horsepower. But there's a lot that you could do to them to make them even faster than that. So it's a pretty good matchup, but of course there's 100% of the torque available from 0 miles an hour and no RPMs in the Model 3. So the Tesla just smokes the G8, and the G8's making all of its gurgling noises of whoom, 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 at the starting line. It sounds like it's choking through a snorkel, as all well-tuned big motors do sound. And and then you get the little Tesla Model 3 just coming up to the line, and silence, very modest machine that does not brag about its presence, and then just smokes them, which is just so cool. That's just so cool to me. A couple of days ago, I made a video about the A-Spark Owl, and I asked, what is the point of having high-performance cars that are still using gas? Like, what is the point? Because at the level at which, the A-Spark Owl is, that level of vehicle, that's obviously a hypercar, and unobtainable, but for the very, very elite rich, is who can get their hands on that vehicle. And I compared it to the Bugatti Chiron. Now, I realize that the A-Spark Owl has a top speed that is slower than the Chiron. The Chiron can go 249 miles an hour, and the A-Spark tops out at 174. And, I said it was quicker. I didn't say it was faster. Quicker and faster are not the same thing. If you're a car guy, you know this. It gets to that 0 to 60 much faster than the Chiron. And in many ways, we're seeing the same thing with Tesla, where, the top speed of that Model 3 may not be quite the top speed of the that G8 in an all-out highway roll, but who cares? Like, I think that's kind of my question here, guys. With the top speeds, when you start getting into, this is for the Model 3, and what's that going to go up against? What kind of crazy psychotic production cars do we have that can go up against? For big horsepower and the ability to get to speed quickly and put all that power down to the ground. Like, what do we have to compete with? Like the Hellcat and the Demon, which are these psychotic things from Dodge that come from the factory with better than 700 horsepower, and rear wheel drive and just squirrely things. And I guess they're supposed to be rare, the Demons and the Hellcats, but we see them in Vegas all the time. I don't know how many of them were made, but it seems like more than 80% of them have been sold here, because we see them everywhere all the time. And I see 2 or 3 every Saturday at my car show. I'm sure there'll be at least a couple in the car shows that I plan on going to tomorrow. So, I mean, those machines are out there, and while the top speed of that may be comparable to or even bigger than the electric car, how often do you really have occasion to experience the top speed of your vehicle? The 0 to 60 speed is pretty impressive. How often are you really going a whole hell of a lot faster than that in your day-to-day? Now, I realize this is a street race and these are race cars, but the cool thing about street races is that a lot of times, guys at the street races bring their car. Not their street race car, Not their special occasion, let's go fast car. They bring their car. The car that they drive. And then they drive it. That's not coming out and publicly endorsing illegal street racing because it's dangerous and oh so very naughty and you should never, ever do it, ever. But that is one of the cooler things about street races and street racers in general that you don't get in other forms of racing where you have race teams and you have this custom built machine that's specifically for this one thing and it's just gonna go do the quarter mile and then we're gonna put it on a trailer and trailer it home. That's not the way it goes with street races. 99% of the time, nobody's bringing anything on a trailer. And if somebody does bring something on a trailer, chances are they're going to get clowned pretty hard. I don't know. So it's cool to see these. That's one of the things that I have respect for when it comes to street racing is that people drive their actual cars and do work on their actual cars, and they're risking a lot. Not just in terms of safety, but in terms of, the future of that vehicle, which they are probably relying on. Your whole life does not take place at the street races. You have a job and family and things to do like everybody else. But I don't know, it's just really cool to see the Model 3 just totally screw off the G8. And the G8 is a car that I've liked for a long time. When I first learned about him, I was like, really? Really? Like a modern day Pontiac that really throws it down like that? Are you really? And sure enough, yeah, really. And I've known people that have had him and that have loved him. It's a really, really cool car, and to see it get just totally sawed off by the Tesla is pretty cool. Makes me want a Model 3 for sure. I don't think the Volt could really put it down like that. It would be cool if it could, but not so much in the Volt. So that's a pretty cool thing. I want to know what you guys think about that street race in particular. Isn't it just mean to have a Tesla show up to the street races? I mean, I know it's supposed to be run what you brung, but isn't it just unfair to have the electric car that puts down all of the torque all right now show up to the street races just to hurt V8's feelings? What do you guys think? If you had a Model 3, would you hunt up a street race? Also, is this thing made the news, which is how I found out about it. I'm not like on the inside of some West Coast street racing forum board or like I don't know anybody and I don't talk to anybody. I found out about this because it made the news. So that it made the news means that a lot of people have heard about it, and maybe people who didn't want a G8, people who didn't want a Model 3 before now suddenly do. I have a little weensy bit of suspicion that Tesla obviously can't come out and officially send a car to a street race. Elon Musk himself can't go street racing because of, the felonies. It's a thing you can't do. But it to me, like when I first read it, my marketing background said, oh, that's some excellent marketing for that product. And just lucky that Tesla gets to soak up that good PR. In Car Guy Town, because when you see the electric car sawing off everybody at the street races, if you're of a mind to go and participate in that kind of activity and you see that the stuff that everybody else is driving is no longer fast enough to win, you're going to want the thing that's fast enough to win. So that's something that's pretty interesting to me. I really want to know what you guys think about that. Is Tesla somehow involved? Is there somebody at Tesla who said, all right, let's get this thing out to the street races and make sure that footage leaks? What do you guys think? I really want to know. Was this set up? Was it I don't care if it was. Like, if it was, good on you. Way to take an unusual approach to marketing your product and keeping it, in the minds of the public and showing the versatility of it. And showing that, yes, it really can do all the things that we say it can do, and it can do them better than ICE cars. That's pretty smart. It's pretty clever. I don't have any proof to substantiate this accusation whatsoever. This is just me spitballing here. But it seems, a little staged. But in any case, it did beat the G8, and that's pretty cool. So let me know what you guys think in the comments. Also, I want to know, how much does the top speed of hypercars like the Chiron and the Owl really matter? When are you going to have enough road to go 174 miles an hour, let alone 249 miles an hour? When are you going to have enough space to do that? Now, I realize the point is that those are the numbers from the manufacturer, those are the numbers from Bugatti, and the point of owning it is to say that you own the thing that can go faster than everybody else's thing. That it can do it, not necessarily that it will or that you will. And it's, you know, a measuring contest. I get that, as much as a girl can. But if you never have enough occasion, like I'm driving on the freeways of Las Vegas, and even if I had an extremely powerful sports car, I'd probably never be able to go over 120 miles an hour. Like, and that's really, really, really pushing it. I'd probably never be able to do that, and I'd have to do it at, I don't know, on the 15 South headed out towards Los Angeles at 2 a.m., and you probably couldn't even get that done in a car. You'd probably have to get it done on a motorcycle. And who would do something like that? But some people do. But like, when are you going to have occasion to go any faster than that? So does it matter if the vehicle can go, you know, 174 miles an hour? Does it matter if it can go 200 miles an hour if you can never get it there? I mean, and even if you went to track days, and, you know, rented time on a professional racetrack and went out and raced your car, are you really going to get it up to, you know, those ludicrous better than NASCAR speeds? I don't know. I don't really know. I think past a certain number, it kind of doesn't matter anymore, and you got to take the, I mean, we see the footage, and we see, you know, the media put out by these car companies, and we know the cars can go that fast. We know they can go that fast, but maybe I just don't get it. Maybe I just don't get it. Maybe one high horsepower wreck was enough for me, and I just don't see the point of going quite that fast all the time. I don't. That having been said, the Owl is really goddamn cool and totally beautiful, and the Bugatti Chiron is really goddamn cool and, God, just so pretty. Oh, it's so gorgeous. It looks like something you want to wear. Like, it's so pretty. More than just a car that you want to be near or get inside of or be a passenger in. Like, it looks like a beautifully designed article of clothing, and that's coming from a seamstress. That's probably why I go there with that. And these cars are amazing, but like, does it matter if it goes that fast? I don't know. I want to know what you guys think. I think that's about it for me today, guys. It's going to be a really beautiful Friday. My name is Katherine with EVs of Nevada, and if you haven't already, please consider subscribing right over here, and don't forget to hit that notification bell. Here's some other things we think you'll enjoy right down here. Everybody have a really great day, and please remember to like, subscribe, and smile.